Mediocre Rumble Brothers. Three, two, one.
Alrighty, welcome to Mediocre Rumble Brothers. I'm Jordan, your host, and the team Corey, Edwin, and Udon. Today we'll be discussing on the full-length trailer from Sony State of Play, providing our first impressions of these games. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get it on.
All right.
You said enthusiastically.
And hopefully we'll have this footage going for you guys on YouTube. We're not going to have any sound on our end. We do have it running in the background, but we'll make sure that we're stating which games that we're talking about. But we're just going from the beginning to the end. And there are going to be some in here that we're going to be like, yay, WWE, who cares? Moving on.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. First impressions, we've already watched this, but we just have this on hand in case we forgot anything that we watched before. So let's go.
Well, yeah, and
Mario
we all
says.
watched this separately too, so it'll be nice
Yes.
to kind of collective here. Mature content.
I
Sign
did
me up.
find it weird how they did open up with Monster Hunter Wilds, considering, everyone already knew this game was coming out.
Yeah.
It's like the beta's already happened.
God, the characters look so good. This game just looks really good, but I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look much better than Wilds or World did, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't look like so good. Like I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, yep, that's Monster Hunter.
Yeah, no, it
I
does,
just think that-
show it to be the same, but it does. I'm pretty sure that
There
they're
you
probably
go.
going to make some changes to it.
Well, I think that like they nail the animations of they really have creature animations down to it's just fun to interact with. Like the characters are doing so much. There's just so much movement. All the monsters are very unique.
Feels
I
more
want to see
alive.
how you get around the map, because in the last game in Monster Hunter Rise, you had like a dog you can ride. Now this one, you have like this fucking chocobo
Chocobo.
looking thing. Like I want
Yeah.
to see how big the maps
Oh.
are and how fun it's going to be to ride that thing.
Large enough that you have to fast travel, which
I think-
I found out fairly late.
I think my friend Tim told me they're taking out wire bugs, which is something that they introduced in Rise, which I'm kind of sad about, because wire bugs basically let you get height anytime you wanted to, or recover from being hit really easily as long as your resource on them was recharged. So I'm kind of sad they're going away, but if we're just going back to Worlds, then I guess I'm not too disappointed, because Worlds has a good core move set to it.
So I have
Yeah.
I have not played much of the Monster Hunters games, so it's kind of was wanting to make sure if they have incorporating newer weapons into this one.
So, I've played a few Monster Hunters, and quite frankly, I don't think they've introduced a new weapon in a while. I think World might have introduced the Insect Glaive, but I'm not 100% sure on that because I'm not a Monster Hunter buff. I know Rise took out a few weapons, so I don't know if I'm going to have all the weapons in this or not. So, me personally, I'm going to play this when it first comes out, obviously, or just because I know my friends are super into Monster Hunter. I like it, don't get me wrong, but I'm just kind of in the camp of just yep, it's Monster Hunter. I'm not super stoked for this because I'm it's just gonna be more Monster Hunter. Cool.
Yeah, there's 12 weapons, I think, if I counted it right. Because I did play the beta, and they do have the thing you call the insect glaive, which I had no idea how to use, so I didn't bother with it.
it's a skill weapon.
Yeah, it's a high skill ceiling weapon, even though I don't see a lot of people using it, honestly. I'm a good old sword and shield guy, all around good weapon, just real basic.
Twin swords are pretty dope.
And if I really want to win against a boss, good old lance, buff defense to the utmost, and it's death by 1,000 cuts. I'll never die.
The bonk saxophone's pretty cool.
Bonk saxophone, the hunting horn. See, this I don't understand. So they're already saying it's we already have our free title update planned. I'm I don't get me wrong, I figured there's going to be updates, but I'm if it's already ready, just put it in the fucking game. I don't understand. If it's good to go, just put it in the base game. Why make me wait?
It's probably some more advanced stuff. Just get used to the base game, and then you can deal with all this new stuff that's a little more advanced. So you need to progress through the game, the base game itself, and then you can understand this new stuff.
I kind of figured. Yeah, I think if you played the game from the beginning and then you get to that point, I think it wouldn't really matter. It'd still probably figure out how the game works by the time they got that additional content.
Here we go.
This one was fairly surprising.
Shinobi?
Hey, Sega's making something that isn't Sonic and looks interesting.
This is the one I was talking about. Yeah, this is a pretty crazy one. It's very well cel shaded, and it looks more of like a comic book when you're playing the game, which is really cool.
This game's
Never
out
mind,
right now
Messenger.
too.
And this one was just called Shinobi, wasn't it? Was it just?
Yeah,
was it
well,
just
I think
Shinobi?
I think it is based on like an old franchise. Like it's not like a brand new IP. But I could be wrong on that. But I remember like ninja games were really popular like growing up on like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and stuff. Like the pixel art for them was so cool. These move sets they're showing right here were like really awesome.
Yeah.
Um, I love the animation of this. I think it plays like I don't know if this is supposed to be a Metroidvania style version of this instead of it just being like level based, but everything just looks super cool.
Yeah, the arts. It's one of those ones where I have. It's like I love the art style, but unfortunately for me, I just don't really care too much about these games. Yeah, Shinobi Art of Vengeance. It's very cool looking, but I'm not
Yeah.
like probably not going to play it myself, honestly.
What was that game? God, I can't remember. I played some like.
Here's a
shitty
game that I'm like have mixed feelings about. Fucking this Sonic
Oh.
racing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
that was
Ballsy.
pretty good.
I'm sorry, but I just if I'm seeing Sonic, and I mean this is just the stupid thing to say, but I mean he's fast as shit already. Why would you put him in a car that's going to slow him down?
Well, here's the
It's
thing.
to give everybody a chance.
I just want to do Sonic R, like Sonic's characters, all of that. Like, to be honest, it's like you go back to Sonic Heroes, they literally had to do the thing where like everyone was running as fast as Sonic. Like, I can suspend my disbelief that Sonic can lose in a foot race if it's like for a racing game. You know, if you're gonna do Sonic characters, just have them all running. Like, I don't understand why you have to do cars.
I like the mechanic of the worlds changing though. It kind of like this game really gives me like Diddy Kong Racing vibes. Which
Here's the thing I don't like though. It's like the stage changing is cool, but look at what we just went through. We went through like a normal cart to like a monster truck to the fucking airboard from Sonic Riders, and then from like that to like a submarine thing. Like there's so many transformations. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like how much I'm gonna have a lot to keep up with in one fucking round of the game.
I hope it does well because we're expecting Mario Kart 9 to drop with the Switch 2 this year. So not to say it's a direct competitor, but they're giving us a kart game with Sonic in it that's probably fun.
I mean, it looks good.
you know,
Like the actual graphics.
Yeah,
are nice.
it's the polish of it is really nice.
Fuck, I'm missing out.
I'd like to play a demo.
I did not know that.
Yeah, this one's it looks neat. I just like I said, I'm kind of with Jordan. I feel weird having them in
Oh,
cars.
Yeah, it's
rather
just,
than just running.
doesn't he run? Yeah, he runs fast. I always thought that was weird. Just put him in a car.
I said a closed network beta on the 21st of February. I didn't know that. Actually, give
So
it a try.
next Friday.
Yeah,
This is the Digimon Bandai Namco game.
Yes, I'm excited for another Digimon game because the last one I played was Cyber Sleuth, but then Digimon Survive came out, and I've been wanting to play that, but I haven't had a chance to. And this looks good. Just the fact that you can like ride a Garurumon and then a Birdramon, that looks fucking awesome.
Well, they actually managed to make Birdramon look cool, and I've kind of always hated that character's design.
Really? I always thought Birdramon was cool. Fucking Phoenix looking thing. I always liked Birdramon.
I don't know. It kind of just reminds me of Firo, like just Fat Bird is all I can think of. But maybe just from like the show, like as a kid.
Here's the thing I like though about Digimon though is that like Digimon is to Pokemon what Sonic is to Mario, because it's like they're not afraid to do. They're kind of have like B-list games that aren't as approachable as Pokemon, like easily. Like their audience is very much Digimon fans. Omnimon's so fucking cool, but like
They're a little loose.
Hell
They're
yeah.
a little looser with
Spirit
it,
Bomb.
well, I think what I'm trying to say is that it's not like Digimon Story Time Stranger. They're not afraid to get like. They're more mature with their games. They know their audience is older now. Like it's not just always the same thing over and over again. But at the same time, their games aren't as approachable because of that, because of the more advanced systems and things. I'm excited to try it. I hope it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I went back and bought the Digimon like movies. That's like they're all grown up and stuff. Like those are really cool.
Have the original Digimon movie on DVD. I've kept that with me for so fucking long. I love that movie.
Isn't it the same as Summer Wars? Is what people were saying? Like the plot's basically the same.
I've never watched Summer Wars, so I wouldn't know.
Well, that's really fucking cool.
Okay, this is weird. They're talking about the Lost Soul Aside, which you guys really looked like the look of, and for whatever reason they have like one of the developers talking before the trailer starts. Just show me the trailer and then have them talk after the fact. I don't know why you're talking to me. It's like I'm talking about this game. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Show me the trailer first, then I'll have no understand what you're talking about.
China Hero Project. Here we are.
fucking Chinese are coming out of the woodwork with fucking banger-ass looking games.
They are.
Yeah, this game looks interesting, but the playstyle is like I'm not really too sure about it.
It almost seems.
Considering there's no hub, I don't know what is gameplay and what is a cutscene.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're kind of like most games are like that now, right? It's like you can definitely tell it's a cinematic trailer. These look like in-game graphics, like in-engine graphics, I guess, like just story beats from the game. But it like looking at this, it kind of reminds me of watching the Stellar Blade trailer. Because it's like, oh, okay, I know exactly what I'm getting with this. I've also seen this develop over time on like Twitter and other social media platforms that I follow, like indie stuff. Like I've seen the character combat like in a arena that he was testing all the movement stuff out before like this got to what it is, because I think they've been developing this for years. But it's, you know, it's like Devil May Cry play style. Everything is just over the top action, and I'm totally here for that, because I just want some video games where you just look at it and go, fuck, that's cool, you know. And
here's the thing, I think it looks cool, but not one single character or like design here is really catching my eye. I'll sit here and tell you it looks cool, but I have like literally no desire to experience anything in this game, because it just like at a certain point it all just kind of looks like nonsense to me. Like it's a bunch of cool things thrown in this sandbox and I'm just like, that's neat, but I don't have any desire to play this. Maybe that's also me just not being a fan of action games, I guess. But
no, I'm there with you. I'd say that there's like a lot of cool environment, and then the special effects of everything that's going on. It looks really colorful and pretty, but yeah, I'm the same way. I do not see any characters that are going to be coming out at me and saying that's a dope design. It just looks like everybody's kind of middleman kind of thing.
Yeah, for action games for me, they have to have, if they're really story driven, then they have to have heavy customization options. Otherwise, to me, I feel like I'm gonna be playing the same game more or less the same every time. Like I think it's something like Dark Souls.
I don't think.
Where it's
I think it has
narrow. Okay. It's story driven, but not exactly forced. But you have a lot of customization options, so you can play as different builds. So it's a different experience, unlike Final Fantasy. As far as I know, it's like playing Final Fantasy. It's just like it's heavy story, and then you have little to no customization options.
Well, I mean, it's like these characters. I mean, it's less about customization. As long as you give me a cool character, like that's fine. I mean, look at this guy. He's like wearing all black. There's no color to his character at all. Like
normal
there's nothing
clothing
about him that's like. Here's the thing: Joker from Persona 5 also wears all black, but he has a little bit of red in his gloves and a little bit of white in his mask. Like there's just a little bit of color here and there, and he's an interesting enough character. I mean, the art style is different. Obviously, it's anime, and this is clearly going for something like somewhat between realistic and cartoony.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a Black Desert Online character.
Yeah, he's just boring looking to me. Like the game, like the environments look great, but the characters just kind of look uninteresting to me. So I'm just like not interested in experiencing it. So if I have to view it from the lens of this guy who's boring.
Maybe they'll have cosmetic stuff. I mean, I'd imagine so, especially since that's almost a staple for games like this. You have like Bayonetta, she's got outfits. Stellar Blade, obviously, she's got outfits. But they also have female leads, and like people like to do costume dress-ups for that anyway. So
I feel like
I don't know if this guy's going to be brooding in a trench coat the entire time, or if we're going to get like some cool shit for him.
I feel like they were just struggling to get everything done, and they just worked on the character last. They're like, fuck it, just give him a coat. He's good.
He just came from a Green Day concert.
Yeah, when you compare him to Joker, it's just like, well, Joker wears all black and he has a little bit of red, but he also has like a very visible personality. This guy does not show that kind of thing.
No, not at all.
He's very grumpy looking. I mean, I would be too, depending on what he's going through.
He's brooding and deep.
He's
Yakuza fucking pirate Hawaii Vacation, which I had thought that was already out, but I guess it's not.
Yeah,
Hawaiian Vacations.
I will
next week, I believe.
I will probably eventually be getting this. It's just after the Yakuzas that they've been playing, like this is way more involved with the zany sides rather than being seriousness. By what I'm seeing, could
it's
be
just
different.
An announcement trailer.
Isn't it because that character is the zany character in like the
I think it's just because the Yakuza series has become more zany as like time has gone on. I think.
Yeah.
Also, Dave the Diver crossover for some reason.
This isn't the first time Dave the Diver got a crossover. I haven't played Dave the Diver. Oh, they did a Godzilla crossover, something like that. But it was like I don't know. I haven't played it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game. It's just kind of like, I haven't really
Splitgate
got
2,
into it.
which people have been saying this is like old school Halo, which I can kind of see from the game because I've seen the first game and people say feels like old school Halo, and I could kind of see that obviously with portals and stuff, but I just don't have the mental faculty available to keep up with a fucking game where everyone can just make portals and shit like that. Fuck that.
It,
here
it
we
kind
go.
of gives me this like classic
WWE,
360
it's wrestling.
first-person shooter vibes. Here's the
This guy
The wrestling
looks like
game.
a fucking peanut.
Man, look at the graphics.
Is that Jason Momoa?
they spend a lot of time on this trailer too because they're really proud of this island, and
Well,
I mean
here's
that's cool that they're copying Street Fighter 6's like open world, but like it's a wrestling game. I don't play those. It's like,
Also, a lot of advertisement placing.
And that's
Oh,
probably
for
eating
sure.
up
They
all their
need to.
goddamn money.
they're definitely
Just show me what kind of monster I can make in the character creator.
The thing
Oh,
that
for
everyone
sure.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it really is going to be is like,
Never need the regular.
where's the character slider?
Yep.
It'd be funny if they did just advertise like, this is what a regular character look like, and this is what you all do.
Honestly,
These-
like,
these are the
you
limits.
should just do that. It's like, and here's something we just try to make the most disgusting like creature we could possibly create.
Yeah, it's just everybody's out here wrestling. Dobby.
Abomination. Okay, moving on.
Okay, that's over.
Finally.
Hurry up, get that on my face.
I like his tattoo.
That's a take from it.
And it's
I
a
love
cool
it.
sleeve tattoo.
Here we go.
Borderlands 4.
Talk about a
This is
game
a-
I'm
this is
fucking
a-
conflicted on.
A big announcement here. Randy Pitcher
Well,
is
we
so
already knew it was
excited.
coming. Well, here's the thing: we already knew it was coming.
Did they both
and I
mean
mean,
Randy?
Randy and Randy.
Brandy and Randy.
Double
But
threat.
this trailer doesn't like tell us anything because if anything, it kind of makes me nervous because I feel like when one of the first trailers they would actually show off the characters you can play as, but it's just showing off gameplay, and I'm just like, yep, that's Borderlands gameplay. It sure is. Like it looks like the other Borderlands games I've played.
Yeah, it,
It
tells
definitely
it shows you
looks
the ability, but
really-
it doesn't tell you who's who.
Well, here's what
It
I'm
looks
scared
really
of.
good though.
It feels more
because-
3D.
Because in fucking what was it, the Tiny Tina's Adventure, like their weird D&D spin-off thing, you make a custom character, you don't play as a character. So I'm actually kind of scared that in this game they've gone that route again, where it's like a custom character, and that removes so much personality from the characters you get to play as. Because that's like one of the biggest things that sucks about Tiny Tina's is that the fact that your character is custom, so they have no personality. They kind of can't. So it's just kind of lame. Not to mention when I replay Borderlands 3, like, God, they need to update the fucking comedy and the writing because it's just so cringy listening to everyone talk. I hate it.
It seemed a little more
They
fast
already
paced in
revealed
this.
the Vault Hunters.
I'm just scared they're gonna remove the characters. Like I'm not looking forward to this game. Well, but I'm also secretly hoping it's gonna be awesome because I do like Borderlands. I'm just after 3, I'm just kind of
Yeah.
meh on it.
No,
It could be a really fun,
the story's
like,
shit.
co-op.
The gameplay's fine. I like
Yeah.
the gameplay.
Love them
Yeah, this comes out in
sleeves.
September, so it's gonna be in the later parts of the month. Definitely one I'm gonna wait and see everyone's reaction to before I even decide whether or not I'm gonna buy it. I'm
100%.
hoping it'll be positive.
And I will not be buying it until somebody else has it and we can play together because I just don't see
Yeah,
playing a single player.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I feel like anytime I play Borderlands, I've actually had fun playing, and it's been playing with someone else, not playing it by myself.
When it's on sale.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
even.
you know
If it
it's going
sucks,
to go
it
to Game
sucks.
Pass.
Mhm. That's the only reason I got Tiny Tina. I was like, oh, massive 80% off sale? Sure.
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah, so there's
co-op
this tiny
game.
EA studio that keeps making these co-op games from It Takes Two, and then I forgot what the other one was where you break out of a prison. I think it was just called Get
Well,
Out or
they
something
did.
like that.
They did
Yeah, that was a good
Brothers. They did Brothers. They did the
Well, no, they
Get Out.
They did two
Um,
guys. They did married couple, and then we have 2 female writers. I guess I like the concept because it seems like they're like traveling the worlds of like stories they've written, which is cool. And this is definitely like It Takes Two is very cartoony. This seems a lot more like epic, you know, like a movie or
Yeah.
something like that. And me and John have played through both the other games that these people have made, and I think they're really fun. They're not hard games, but they're just really good old like fun co-op games. What's really fun about them is that even when you play online, the game is still split screen vertically, so it actually so you can see what
You
the
can
other person is
see.
doing from their
Yeah.
perspective, which is really fun. So it really feels like a true co-op kind of experience. The writing's always been kind of, whatever, but it's mostly just like the fun co-op gameplay, because typically you're both given like powers that complement each other and you have to rely on each other to like solve puzzles and stuff. So, and this one, like I said, looks more action based. There might actually be like more combat and stuff in this one compared to the last two.
Well, I really like Get Out because it's just like an interesting story. The characters are somewhat likable. They're kind of dicks to each other the whole time.
No,
And
yeah, the
everyone
story in
else,
that was
but-
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
this
this is
one is
really
like
soon.
the game looks cool, but but it doesn't really do justice to the characters, considering that most of the trailer were complaining to each other.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I need to see more of this game, but I just like the concept because I love books and stuff. So obviously they're going to be doing a lot of like genres for books and things like that. But we'll see as it develops because I've seen this trailer before, so I want to see more of it. I'm still probably either going to buy it or probably be put on Game Pass. Honestly, when it comes out, even though I got rid of my Game Pass subscription, but I'll probably end up playing it when it comes out. And here we have a game that I really thought was a new Aliens game for the first like 30 seconds of the trailer.
When as soon as I saw the two companies or the two games, Until Dawn and From the Query,
Oh, yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's a movie game. This is not an actual game.
Yeah, it's a choose your own adventure game. Now the graphics are really good and they can push it, but I mean, I think it's an expensive project, is what it really is. Because like it could be dope, but I mean, I would just watch it. Right, like I
Yeah,
played
I'm
Until
just gonna
Dawn and it
watch-
was fun, but
Well,
I mean
didn't
it's
we
a
all
choose
play
your
it
own
at your
adventure
house?
game.
It was,
I think so. I think that we had like everybody over and then it was just like an event.
Yeah, and it
Kinda
was
like
fun.
Outlast
Yeah,
and other
but
games.
it's definitely like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna wait till this comes out and watch Jacksepticeye play it or something like that, or Markiplier or whoever. Just see it that way. I have no desire to actually play it myself.
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
really well made. It's just like I'm not paying full price for a game that's just basically a movie.
I always
think
had a
the-
soft spot for like Until Dawn because of just how campy it is. It really does feel like an old like horror movie situation thing. It does feel, I don't know. There's something charming about it.
I think the last one I bought was the Man of Medan or Medan or
Medan.
whatever the hell it
Medan.
is. Like, yeah, I played that and then I was just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I would almost much rather this studio just make movies and then I would
They're
watch
coming
them
out
in
with an
theaters.
Until Dawn movie soon, aren't they? Isn't
Yeah,
that, like, in
but, like,
production?
I don't mind if it's a 3D like movie like this and I can just watch it. I mean, Secret Level was really popular. Like, they don't need to be real actors, but the Until Dawn movie, they're like, oh, it's the movie game. I've seen this already. I know they're changing it with also different actors, so it's like, so
Ooh,
it's
they
just a
released
horror
it in
movie.
Spooky Month. Yeah.
Spooky month.
Spooky Month. Oh, that's what's funny is that when I was watching this, I didn't catch the steel wool, and I'm just like, so all I heard from this, I didn't see this either, right? All I heard was the audio for like 20 seconds, and I'm like, is this a fucking is it like a fucking Five Nights game?
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like, God damn it. And the thing is, this trailer's awful because none of these characters are from Five Nights. Where the fuck is Freddy? None of them are here.
I
Well,
think everything was
get it.
concluded and the
mean-
new one and Breach.
And here's the
I don't
thing.
know. I just
I'm
haven't been
sorry, but
attached to the series.
Security Breach sucks ass. I have a soft spot for Five Nights at Freddy's because I think the concept is fun. I don't have like merch or anything of it, but I really like the original like couple 3 games. I mean, obviously Scott Cawthon isn't in charge of this anymore. He sold it to Steel Wool, so they're making it, and Security Breach sucks. I mean, the concept is there, but they're not there as game developers yet. But I just looking at this, I'm like, what about this is Five Nights at Freddy's? None of the original cast is here. Like, you have to have at least Freddy. Like, I don't get it anymore. What are you doing?
Well,
Yeah.
everything was concluded in the party simulator. Like that's where it officially ends. Everything after that is just money milking.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like Scott Cawthon like finished the story, so they should have done this to begin with and almost like taken it in a different direction. Like I like this idea, this like mimic endoskeleton that can become anything, but like I don't know. In the same way, I'm just like, this trailer is not bad, but like the Security Breach trailer wasn't bad either, and the game came out and it was way worse than the trailers were. So
Yeah, it definitely feels like they're looking for money in this one for sure. If they don't
I
have
think
any
they're
characters,
trying. Here's the thing. I think they're trying. I just think they suck. Like they need to scale back their ideas to something smaller that's within their skill set.
They need new merch at Hot Topic, so they had to make
Yeah.
another one.
this is the
Okay,
one I
this
thought was
fucking
cool.
Game, this looks so cool.
Yeah.
I love how
Yeah.
this looks.
This reminds me of what is the night before that? What is it? The night before
Yeah,
Christmas?
Nightmare
Tim
Before
Burton.
Christmas.
Yes.
All those old claymation movies. This thing looks. So, I
Yes.
forgot. Well, we're gonna get its name here at soon.
So
like this
what, a
game.
walk at midnight or something like
A walk.
that.
It looks so cool. I don't know if I'll
The midnight walk.
This
Yeah.
might still be one that I don't know if I'll actually like buy and play rather than just watch someone play it. But God, this is like a pleasure to look at. It's so cool looking. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's also
mean,
in
the
VR,
work
which
that
I'm
went
just like,
into
hell
it-
no.
Yeah, the work that went into it is really
Look
dope.
at that! It's so cool. It looks like a
Yeah.
claymation project.
Yeah, the
It's so
character
great.
design looks so good. I just like how everything.
You're
You're
not the first to do this. I've seen like other studios like do claymation and 3D scan it in. There's been another guy who's made literally paper puppets and like 3D scanned the texture in, and it's so cool when they do that. It's just like a different way of approaching art in
Yeah,
games.
I mean it's like Cuphead, right? You take like a really iconic art style that I don't think like it's very rare to see in video games. And you just like put your all into it. It looks so good. This fucking salad fingers looking ass creature. It's so
Yes.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's crazy because the depth of field really helps with the fact that they
Yes.
actually are miniatures, so you feel like you're just playing like Play-Doh characters in like a set. It's so good looking.
Yeah, this looks fucking cool. I might buy it. I might not. I'm
Oh.
kind of on the fence.
I didn't even
about
know that was VR. That's gonna be crazy.
Well, it's both. So you don't have to play it in VR, but I'm sure that would be pretty fucking cool. You just look up and see like all the booms and like.
Oh, I didn't
lighting
notice
and
that. That's a
shit.
PS5 exclusive. Okay, I thought this was cute.
I thought it
And
was too.
it's funny because this is
It-
Konami of all things, but
It's just another Octodad game.
well, it's Octodad. It also kind of reminded me of what was it? Those other what was it, like Limbo and stuff like that, like this side scrolling
yeah.
fucking
Inside.
like platformer game. Yeah, Inside. Yeah, that's what it felt like to me. I thought that's so. I don't know. I think it's cute. It looks fun. It's just.
It
simple.
seems like it has cool mechanics to it, like the
the camouflage shit.
yeah.
Darwin's Paradox. It's just a cute little octopus platformer game. I thought that was neat. Need more
Mascot
small games like
platformer.
that. Need more
Mascot
small games like
platformer,
this.
yeah.
Yes.
This game.
This
looks
game is out.
cool, but yeah,
I don't know what the
looks
Warriors
cool, but it
franchise
looks
is.
chaotic.
Warriors-
Dynasty
Abyss.
Warriors.
Oh, is it supposed? Is it just?
Oh,
it's just
whoa.
Dynasty
Yeah.
Warriors. Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
Dynasty Warriors.
That's different.
Okay,
I've
if you
never
don't
seen
put-
that.
If you don't put Dynasty Warriors in the title, I don't know it's Dynasty Warriors. I didn't know if you just called it
The thing
Warriors
that's funny
franchise.
is like this game doesn't feel any different to me because it's just take the regular Dynasty Warriors and pull the
Make it-
camera above them.
Well, I actually
Yeah.
like that view though because it's always been a pain in the ass when you're surrounded by so many enemies and you can barely see where the hell your character is. To be able to actually see it from a farther back view, it was like easier on the eyes to me.
They
If
yeah,
you
they
can't
are
see,
just.
if you can't see yourself in the army of enemies, then you're not killing enough.
I mean, it's literally just. I kind of want them to do. I don't know if they've ever done one like this with like Lord of the Rings, but just think of like Sauron swinging
That'd
his
be
mace
so
in the
dope.
beginning of the movie. And he's just throwing people everywhere, and it's like,
Here's
hey,
a-
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah,
But-
the thing is, you can only do that with Sauron. Unfortunately, Lord of the Rings too grounded in reality to go that far with it. You know.
Yeah, but like these games are just games, right? You pick it up, you play it, it's mindless. They have
Well, I mean-
Junk
spin-offs of a
food.
bunch of other franchise.
I think Blake
Um,
was playing. My friend Blake was playing the new one because he loves Dynasty Warriors, the newest Dynasty Warriors.
Oh,
Like,
Origins. Or,
yeah, Origins. He says it was really cool because, like, yeah, you're still killing tons of people, but like, there's a lot more threats to you. You don't feel like a total god. This one's definitely just like Diablo, run around, murder thousands and thousands of fucking trash fodder around you. So.
Love it.
yeah. it's arcadey and it's something that people need.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially when you get stressed.
I think that's like
Here-
Corey was playing this yesterday,
Yeah,
or at least
I
you were
got-
playing the original.
Yeah, I got 2 videos uploading. I got to continue playing it though, but yeah, I was just playing this yesterday, doing a long play. It's cool. I mean, it's weird to me because I was just playing it and I feel like the graphics look just like this, anyways. But I mean, I guess they're a
Yeah,
little crisper.
honestly, seeing this now after seeing it yesterday, this is Onimusha 2, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, this for a remaster does not look that much like increased graphics wise.
maybe it's just like upscaled so that like I can play it on an HD TV, so it's not all
I
fuzzy
guess.
from like a
Coming to
PS2
PS4.
VGA cable.
I guess.
Oh, it's even coming to PS5.
Coming to
That's so weird.
PS3.
Yeah.
Jesus. See, this I'm
But
interested
this
in
one,
because
yeah.
this I really like because the new Onimusha, you're playing as fucking Miyamoto or Musashi
Yeah.
Miyamoto, and because I'm a huge Fate nerd, I know that version of Musashi. But I also because I looked into the regular Legend, and I just like this person as a character, so I'm really excited that there's a Musashi Miyamoto game coming out. And just from this trailer, he's like super endearing as a character. It seemed.
Me and Edwin went to where that statue of him is in their castle and stuff when we were in Japan last year.
You're gonna have to remind me which one it was.
It was the one we took the bus to.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
they had
that was a pretty hectic day.
Yeah, that was a really crazy day. Those poor like German folks that got left behind because their bus didn't wait. But this game, I'm not surprised that they're bringing Onimusha like up because like they got a Netflix show. I mean, Devil May Cry is getting a Netflix show, so that's probably coming back, and that's also a Capcom property. So like seeing this, I'm like, oh, cool. Like I'm glad you guys are bringing it back, and you didn't forget about your banger ass games you had on PS2 and PS1. Not that this was a PS1 game; that it started on PS2, but like, come on, Breath of Fire, you guys can do it, Capcom.
God, this looks so much fun. This combat system looks so neat. Like
I want to throw a blanket on a zombie and
right here. I love this. He's so endearing. He's like, fuck this. This fucking runs away. I love it. Like, oh my god, he's endearing. I love it.
The thing that's crazy is I'm playing the PS2 one and the combat is still fun. Like it's not like it's a clunky old game. Like it's fun as shit to play. And so it's like I know this one's gonna be fun because they probably have way better cameras, and that's all you really need to make the game better.
Physics look really good too.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be like Neo bullshit hard. I do like Neo, but I don't think it's going to be that way. I think they're going to it'll probably be more like a Ninja Gaiden game, which is weird that it's a survival horror.
Probably Ghost of Tsushima, where it's like if you learn the combat techniques, like you're going to feel like a god, but you can still fuck up and die in like 4 hits or something.
Yeah. Plus, you get different weapons and stuff, so you'll be able to like control the area basically by switching to spear and sword and whatever. Way of the Sword.
Definitely not.
Day one purchase for me. I am so excited about this.
Yeah, well, it looks
Snake
neat.
Eater.
I am not exactly chomping at the bit to play another Metal Gear game.
This is Snake Eater though. This is
a different one. I get that.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna keep the like super long fucking like ladder climb.
I do like. Are they reusing the voice lines? Because it does sound like David Hayter in the trailer. Okay,
he did reprise his role, I believe.
Oh, so he did. So he re-recorded.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I think he made some. I'd have to check on that, but I think I saw something about him talking about it. So the fire astronaut is the guy who.
I'm sorry.
My gamer
this
tag.
is furry. This is the fucking goofy shit with fucking Metal Gear. I'm sorry, but it's just like we had like the craziest thing we had in the first.
You can
Metal
back
Gear.
it up.
The craziest thing we had in the first Metal Gear was fucking Psycho Mantis, and I'm like, all right, I can buy like a psychic existing in this world, right? But then you have like fucking and a sniper dude, that's whatever. But then you have the like fucking Shino from Naruto over here and his insect swarm, and it's like, okay.
I think he's the Pain or whatever, and it's like, well, one, I'm like, gross, dude. You got a hive on your back. That just
fucking
like makes
he's
like the most unsettling villain in the whole thing to me, just because of like his stupid power. Everybody else, I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. But this guy's got bees in his back, and that's fucking gross.
I don't know how they do it since modern technology doesn't really allow you to do this anymore. But I know the Easter egg of fast forwarding time to beat that sniper dude where he just dies with an attack. I hope they keep that
the
in.
end.
So fucking
the end. You can just speed up your date by 2 weeks, and then he dies of old age.
So here's a funny thing that was born out of I can't believe him.
Kojima.
Kojima. Yeah, I was like, can't believe I forgot his name. Kojima, when he was developing that character, he wanted that fight to go on for like literal like 2 weeks. Like I'm serious, like literally 2 weeks of like real time.
Well, he wanted like a sniper battle.
He wanted a real sniper fight because Kojima loves his fucking war movies and shit. I guess he just watched some sniper battle movie where they were like dogging each other in the mountains for like weeks on end. But then when he had people like testing it, they were like, well, why can't I find him? And they were all just like testing it and like, what the fuck is going on? And they were like, this is all terrible. So his whole team was like, no, dude, this is awful. And so he so the remnants of that, fast forwarding the clock 2 weeks and him dying of a heart attack.
I think the other thing you can do is snipe.
What was that, Edwin?
No, sorry, is that you hunt in the forest for him for 2 weeks in a sniper battle?
Yes.
Well,
no,
it's
it's what he wanted. That's not what happens anymore. It's like more of a stock standard
Yeah.
boss fight in the
Okay.
real game. But what Kojima wanted was a real time, like 2-week endeavor to fight this dude.
I don't know how they're going to handle it in this. It might be exactly the same, but like the area where you fight him in the original zone based, but you can still see all around it. It's just like you have to hit a loading spot to enter a different place because PS2, whatever. And you know, it was if you move somewhere and you're too close to him, he gets up and leaves.
Yeah.
That's the astronaut character. So yeah, the fight
Mr.
takes.
This is
forever
my
because you're
favorite.
fucking moving.
This is the one that you get to see how many bad guys you really have to fight when you kill everybody. They come
Yeah,
back.
the sorrows. Yeah, don't kill everyone you see, otherwise the sorrows fight takes forever.
I don't know who she is, but I want to know.
I want
That
your
I believe
digits, girl.
is Solid Snake's mother.
Nice.
Is that
nice.
is
Silk
not?
with the eye patch eye.
Well, that's not Solid Snake either. So
No, that's Brian Fury.
because this is
Also,
that's Naked Snake because this is the prequel, right? Because Big Boss
Yeah.
is the lady, the
Where's
blonde
Gas
chick at the
Snake?
very beginning.
That's
Gas Snake?
Fucking
the ball.
Well, that's Solid as
Easter egg.
Snake, and he's in the second Metal Gear Solid game.
Oh,
and he's
there
like
they
fucking
are.
Doctor Octopus.
Smack
Yeah,
my
I
ass.
was like, no, that's not a new Ape Escape trailer or tease.
It's probably just
See?
confirming that the Easter egg is, like I said when we
Still
were talking
there.
about it, like the first Ape Escape referenced Metal Gear, Kojima liked it, so ever since then, like Metal Gear and Ape Escape kept referencing each other, and I guess they're just bringing back the Easter egg.
2-week
Yeah,
battle.
so-
Put it back in
When
there.
you told me
but-
about that, I was so sad.
2-week hunt with Ape Escape.
Yeah, you gotta fight them
Hunting
with the
Ape
net.
Escape.
Metal Gear Solid. What's about time we get some announcements too of what's coming out this year? Because I was just like, what are we going to be playing this year? It's
Well,
February. and I've
this
seen
whole
nothing.
state of play has been like so many original titles. I mean, yeah, there's some stuff in here that we already knew was coming, but there's so much
Yeah.
like original stuff, like new IPs coming out. It seems that I'm kind of excited.
A lot
for
of action games, that's for sure.
yeah.
So what is
I
this?
forgot-
in
I
here?
forgot what
Is
this
this
one
Hell of
was.
Us?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
God.
Hell of
Yeah,
Us.
this is
I
Hell
was
is
really
Us.
interested in this one.
Oh,
Hell is
I-
Us. Yeah,
this one I'm like, someone will find this interesting. That someone is not me.
it is me.
I
I'm
think
not so
I
crazy
think I
about his
might
hair because he
get-
looks like he looks like fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
This game kind of gives me like Evil Within vibes. Just
Again,
like the
I
don't
just, well, I know I can see where you're going with that, but like the other game, the one that you guys really like, with the fucking Sasuke looking motherfucker. Like I don't know. I'm not seeing anything in this trailer that I'm like super crazy about. You know, I'm just like, it looks neat. That guy looks like the fucking Spot from Spider-Man. But
Well, that guy looks like he's.
I
because
almost-
it's Hell. Hell is Us. It looks like it has like the 7 deadly sins, or not
I
7 deadly sins, like the layers of hell. Like that guy with the large neck is like the glutton. The glutton.
oh
lord.
yeah, the Senior Gels. I don't
Yeah.
think that's his actual name, but we'll get there.
The Count.
No, that game. I almost thought it was going to be like a Returnal 2 when like I initially saw it, but it seems kind of Souls-like ish. But I feel like it's more like Control.
Is
Um,
this by a
the
new
game
company?
Control.
Or is this an old company that's been
Rogue
Rogue Factor, I think it says down there. So I think I've heard
love
that
that.
name before, but
Yeah,
Nacon?
I might have a game from them.
They make
I
good
think
gym
I have a
equipment.
couple.
I mean, it's a cool. I'm glad it's a new IP. People are trying new stuff, but like I said, I look at it, and for me personally, I'm just like, whatever. I don't feel
Kate,
like
wait,
playing it.
go back for a second. This is.
I gotta play Liza P after seeing this trailer.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was a sequel, but I guess it's just DLC.
Is that game good?
I don't
Life
know if
of
it's-
the Pi one? I never played it.
Liza
Liza
P.
P.
Whatever the hell it is. I don't fucking
Pause it.
know.
Okay, so
That's
I was just
before.
looking at this like cover art here, of the guy holding a laser sword on his shoulder.
Yeah, that was weird to me.
Little
But,
hot.
it makes it,
Yeah, it's like, can you take
It's-
the picture already? It's
Yeah.
God, it
Yeah.
looks so cool.
yeah, it is. Yeah, this
is
is
so
the
worth it.
edgiest thing I can do. But I laugh now, but it's going to be in my fucking library. So
Yeah, I mean, it like I said, something like you guys are probably gonna like this. I just didn't see anything that I care about. But
it's
yeah,
like the
Lives
guy
of-
from Watch Dogs is the main character. and he's just
Yeah,
like,
oh,
this
you
is
know,
where I
that-
went.
that hit the nail on the head for me. Probably, it's like it looks like some dude from Watch Dogs, and I just don't care. I don't really care for Watch Dogs either.
Mark
Yeah, but
Zuckerberg
Liza
is
P.
Watch Dogs.
Lies of P, I think.
Sorry.
I never played it, but from people who I know really like Souls-like games, it's really good apparently. So that's why I thought this was a sequel, but I guess it's just a big DLC apparently.
Well, I got to play it. I played the demo. I thought it was really good. If you are sad that there is no Bloodborne 2 from this, this is the Bloodborne 2. So
Here's the thing: it's like okay,
play-
you already brought it up. I'm gonna rant about it. When I watched this and I came away from this like the state of play, being like, that was really good. There's lots of cool original things in there. And then I look in the comment section and it's just all way down. It's like, stupid,
you click the comments
disappointment,
right there. Is that
lame.
gonna like strip it up? I want to see if the first thing that we see is
Probably we can
Bloodborne.
we can try this app. I don't even actually. This is an app on my fucking Xbox, so I don't really think I can actually see comments on here. But it's like everyone's like
fifth button.
no Bloodborne, lame, stupid and lame. No Bloodborne. They don't want money. Yada yada. Like it's a stupid state of play. I'm disappointed. I wasn't expecting anything else. Like, dude, guys, like I'm really like. Don't get me wrong. From the heart, I'm really sorry you guys haven't had your remaster or remake you wanted. Like truthfully, I am. But like, what do you guys do with your time when you're not fucking playing Bloodborne? Like, there's other games exist, you know? I understand. I honestly agree. I don't understand why PlayStation hasn't given FromSoft the okay to make a Bloodborne. Hell, I don't even know whose fucking responsibility is to say okay to that, whether it's Sony or it's going to be FromSoft. And, like, you guys deserve your game. I get it. But, like, can we, like, acknowledge other games' existence, please? Please?
Yeah, and first, if FromSoft is going to do something after like this Elden Ring and they're going to support it and whatnot, I want them to do a Kingsfield game and bring their touch back into the first person adventure and not do Bloodborne 2 just yet. But that's just me because I like Kingsfield, and I think Vati kind of spoiled the whole world with the art contest he did for what do you think Bloodborne 2 could look like in that art book, because that shit looks so dope. And it's like, yeah, but none of this is actually real. It's just really cool art. And so all these people are like sharing these images they're seeing going, oh, Bloodborne 2 concept art. And it's like, no, it's just somebody who painted this that's really good at painting because they love the franchise.
Yeah, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, I think Bloodborne is cool.
I mean, it's like I don't mind.
Play this game if you really like Bloodborne.
Yeah, well, it's like I like people liking their franchise, right? I mean, hell, I would love a remake of fucking Pokemon Coliseum. I'm probably never going to see it. I'm glad, and they're probably never going to see a sequel run up to those games either, you know, after XD Gale of Darkness. So I understand like this frothing at the mouth fervor for just a Bloodborne remastered remake or a sequel. So I'm like, I'm sorry y'all haven't gotten your game, but can we not use that as a weapon to discount everything else in this fucking state of play, please? I honestly thought this was pretty cool, like all this original property. Is this what we want from games? I mean, hell, out of this state of play, I think there was only a small handful of multiplayer games. No live service, no nothing, just really cool games coming out. Like, this is what we wanted, isn't it? This is a win, this is a W, yes? That's what I thought it was. So
to be fair, I would want Bloodborne 2 over a remake anyways. But again, play this if you really are missing Bloodborne, because the first one is so fucking cool.
Yeah, at this fucking point, how many times I have to listen to fucking bitching and moaning for another Bloodborne remaster or a second game? I was like, at this point, I just don't want them to have it because it's just fucking pissing me off at every corner of the Dark Souls community that they hear that shit.
She's got some fucking moves.
Like I said, I get it, but it's just like, guys, here's other games.
Thing
Something
about
can
this
scratch
game,
that itch.
Oh, it's sick. The thing about this game too, that's like, I've played a bunch of Souls-likes because I just love that genre so much. They tend to get it wrong a lot. They get them like 60% of the way there, and it's really hard to get like any closer for a lot of companies. Like I played Surge and some of these other ones
Code
that are
Vein.
like, yeah, Code Vein, but like this game is the closest thing that understands what makes a Souls game fun. Like I think it's really close to instead of just like giant health pools and clunky like combat, like you bunked your sword on a hallway. It's like this is just like fun as shit to play.
It looks crazier than what I thought it would be.
It's
Oh,
really
it's cool.
cool. I watched Jacksepticeye play a bunch of it. It's really neat.
That's a girl, right? Or is that a boy?
No, that's Pinocchio.
That's Pinocchio.
It's Pinocchio.
Oh.
Pixel Junk. I have not seen that in so long. We used to play Pixel Junk. What was it? The one where you dance towers. Pixel Junk Monsters.
Isn't that the name of the studio?
That's a good game. Yeah.
It's the studio.
Pixel
It's the
Junk
studio.
Monsters.
Like they made a bunch of like old PlayStation 3 arcade games, like Pixel Junk Eden, Pixel Junk Monsters.
Pixel Junk.
Those games are so fun to play. And then like to see it pop up for this game, I was like, oh, it's interesting. Sadly, though, I didn't jump out of my seat to be like, oh, I can't wait to play this. It's something about it just seems weird. It looks like it was
You're
made
tied
in
down.
dreams.
That's why.
So this
Yeah,
game is
I had my
really.
seatbelt on.
I forgot what this one was called. We'll see it here at the end of this
Dreams of
trailer.
Another.
Dreams of Another.
Yeah,
So
Dreams of Another.
this definitely seems like more of a game as like an art piece rather than like
Yeah.
a game. You know, like I like the concept. I like what it's doing. Like it looks really
Like
neat.
flowers.
But again, it's like I don't think I'd actually pay for this. I just watched someone else play it because it just seems like something like it's supposed to be an experience rather than like an actual game, like an art
I mean,
statement.
their
almost.
studio kind of does that, right? Is their games are supposed to be like Pixel Junk Monsters isn't like life changing. It's just like they approach it in such a unique way. So it's kind of like their signature is the art style of the game that they choose. They put a lot of passion into the game. It's just I don't think this one's going to be something I want to play.
Like,
but
I mean, maybe
I'm
I'm
sure
wrong.
it's fun and people are like, and it's in VR, so maybe that's where you're
Yeah,
supposed
VR
to play.
sounds more fun than just.
Well, it's like,
regular.
yeah, maybe I'm wrong, and there is like a bunch of cool gameplay to it, but from that trailer, it just seems like an art, like Flower or Journey or something like that, something you just
Yeah.
kind of experience rather than play, you know?
Yeah, so
Correct.
it definitely
Yeah.
looks like
Well,
a
that's-
game with some psychological aspect.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the category I would put it in, is like Journey and Flow and Flower and stuff like that, because it is that kind of game. Right? It's just kind of this.
It's an art statement.
I
I mean,
don't know, you
all video
feel-
games
it's
are
the way
art,
it makes you
but
feel. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, all video games are art, but then you have these kinds of games where it's like it's like it is fully like interactable artwork essentially.
Yeah. And then this is the
Days Gone remastered.
Yeah,
I-
like
okay,
that
so I-
game.
to play this game.
I played it.
Yeah,
I like the
and
horde
liked
mechanics
it.
looks cool.
I've been hearing a lot of people
It's
say it
fun.
was good.
Yeah,
I
the
liked
horde
it.
mechanics look crazy.
It's slow at some points because it does have a story, but there's like multiple paths that you can take. This is a choice game.
There's it has a really strong like two.
Look at all those
I
zombies.
guess
Look at all of
3/4.
Jesus.
I
Yeah,
guess
that shit
3/4.
Oh,
But
fucking
once you
dogs.
get to once you get to the end, though, like, and I mean,
So
spoiler
here,
alert, I guess,
real
but
quick,
it's
I
just,
understand. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. Sorry.
oh, I was gonna say, like, this game, like, one, they had people liked it a lot, and they wanted a sequel, and even it sucked because, like, I think it was like the creator or something like that, or the head of the studio was like, we didn't hit the sales numbers we were looking for to get a sequel, so I'm sorry, like, that we can't do one. So maybe this
Days
is gonna
Gone
pull an Okami, like an Okami moment, where Okami initially launched to like terrible reception, but then when they brought it again to, I think, the Wii, it sold so much better. And like the second time they released Okami, it sold so much better, and so it's like, oh, the franchise is back alive. Why didn't they buy it the first time? So like, I'm hoping that this game gets a lot more purchases to kind of justify them to kind of bring it back, because it was actually pretty fun to play. I didn't really like the last leg of the game because it just kind of felt flat to me. But the biker side of things, like, that was all really cool. And then it's just like, once you get into like the rest of the zombie stuff, I was like, I don't know. I could take it. It's just, it becomes just like every zombie story, I suppose. But I still think it's worth playing because it's fun as shit.
So what I wanted to say was that I like giving credit where credit's due. Sony does some really dumb shit a lot of the times, censoring a fucking art book for a game that I wanted, so I bought it on the Switch instead. However, if you buy this game, the remastered Days Gone, if you already have the PS4 version, you just pay $10 and you get this version. So you don't even have to pay for it again. Like, you just get used, because you are paying for the new features that the new one is, like, the remaster is giving you. But because you already own it, you just pay $10 and you get this one. I think that's super customer friendly. Especially going back to, PlayStation being like, if I have the PS4 copy of a game and there's just a PS5 version that has like enhanced graphics, I can just download it for free as long as I have the disc. It's super cool. That's actually customer friendly. I'll give Sony credit for that one. That's actually super nice.
Yeah, you can just get a pre-owned one and then just buy the update.
And if
Yeah,
I,
exactly.
And if I
It's
could
just,
remember, this game did have a lot of bugs when it first came out, but now it's like the
I
well-refined
mean,
version.
when I was at when I was in the last area, there's like a cave kind of base holdout thing where people are researching, like, like, what is the zombie, like, what do you do? And the floor was missing, and it wasn't just like the texture thing or like what happened with like when I was playing the Abyss game yesterday, Tales of the Abyss, and there was just a giant cliff in the middle of the level, but it didn't have a collider. Like the floor was gone. If I walked on it, I would fall through the map and die. So I was like, I literally can't go around in here because I just can't walk in there. And I saved, I loaded to see if it would just, maybe it was some weird thing. Nope, the floor was just gone the entire time I was in the last part of the level. I was like, if I have to talk to anybody in here, I have to like precariously jump from shit to shit just so I can get to them to figure this out.
It just sounds like
So-
a piracy security thing, where it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, you made it to the end of the game. Well, we know that you pirated this game, so now we're not going to let you finish it, because that's like a mother,
Yeah.
like one of the mother things that they do is like in the Mother Earth or no Mother 1, 2, or 3. If the game figures out that it was pirated, then it like locks you out of the final fight.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, every
God,
step
look
a
at all
zombie
the
takes, they get
zombies.
bigger. Yeah,
Look
it's
at
so
all of
cool.
Black
Oh,
Friday.
they also do a.
That would kill.
yeah,
That would
Black
kill
Friday
a weak
sales.
computer.
Oh yeah,
Mine.
So we
Well,
have good old. I was just saying I was playing this. So this is Nikkei Goddess of Victory crossover with
Got-
fucking Stellar Blade because they're the same studio that makes both of them.
got
so.
my attention.
Those
yeah.
are
I
just,
mean,
those are,
Hey.
it looks like she's getting costumes from all the main characters of Nikkei. So
That's fine.
yeah,
Collaborating
and
with
it's
different
there's
departments.
some like extra stuff they said, and it's the same thing of like the 2B thing, but I didn't get that DLC either. 'Cause I was like, I didn't really add a lot to the game. Me to like justify just buying costumes because I've already finished the game, so it's like, well, I don't want to get the costumes.
Yay,
I'm
I'm
not
just kidding.
continuing to play it. So
Yeah,
since
I
it's
Jedi
Game Catalog,
Survivor.
PlayStation's not as popular version of Game Pass. Oh yeah, this game. I have nothing
Life
to
is
say
Strange
about this, really.
I didn't really care for any of those games at all.
I liked
I
the
can
first Life is
appreciate-
Strange. I liked the first one. It's dumb, but there was just
Wait,
something
this-
charming about it.
this isn't Life is Strange, right? This is like
No,
a
it's
whole
from
new
the
thing.
creators.
Yeah,
It's from the
it's,
creators.
Oh.
it's like the same line of games, but it's not like a continuing thing.
Life
So
is
it's gonna be
stupid.
like
It's the
heavy
Stranger
story.
Things.
Oh, wrong title.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I'm
just
just kind of
Stranger
man.
Things kind of
I'm like
thing.
whatever. I like the first Life is Strange. It has some dumb shit in
Somebody
it,
will
but
like it.
I liked it.
somebody will play that.
It's
Not
for
me.
somebody, and that somebody's not.
I mean, that's the 4th game, I think, so someone's playing it. I'm interested in this because it's just like a lot of puzzles. This is like an escape room to me.
This looks like
I
a Borderlands.
saw this and just didn't really give a shit. I mean, it's I
Not
don't know
Mist,
what it
is it? This is not Mist.
Yeah, it's like Mist. It's what it reminds
Oh,
me of. Like I
I'm
guess it's
good.
randomly generated, but like
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't know.
I
maybe
mean,
if
you
it was,
just
like,
solving
4-player
puzzles, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like
Blueprints.
escape rooms, but it's like maybe if it was 4 players and we were all in the house together trying to figure out how to find each other, then
Yes.
maybe. But
This actually
this-
looks cool. Unironically, I kind of want to play this because this looks like a survival crafting game, but in like a fucking SCP lab sort of thing. And I'm like, a survival crafting game, but you're in like a fucking sci-fi like warehouse. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that.
I think, well, yeah, this could be something fun for all of us to play because it seems zany and like it's very localized to the co-op, like small scale instead of it just
Yeah.
being like 400 of us are on a map.
Abiotic Factor. That looks very cool.
I've heard of
Abiotic
this game.
Factor.
I've just never seen any gameplay of it.
Like I'm like survival crafting in basically SCP world. That looks fucking cool. I like that. Cool idea.
Classics catalog coming soon.
Next.
Okay.
What is
Thanks for that.
it?
No, see,
Oh,
no,
it's the
see.
Armored Core. I
Yeah,
have
you
that
get old
still.
Armored Core
If
games.
you want to play a very hard game, then there's Armored Core. Go ahead and play it.
Patapon.
Patapon.
Patapon's fun.
Patapon.
This,
Oh, so this shit looks cool.
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah,
someone
game,
hell yeah
I am
to this.
very excited about this game.
Tides of Annihilation.
PS5
This shit
Pro.
Like the
looks
best thing
good.
on here.
I'm so hyped for this just because it's like King Arthur's story and
Here's
it's
the
got
thing,
Stellar
some-
Blade
Had to
vibes.
tell me. Someone had to tell me after the fact this was fucking having to deal with Knights of the Round Table. I'm like, I didn't get that at all from the trailer, but whatever.
Yeah, it literally says the round table.
I heard table. I did not hear round. I thought for a
Okay.
second when I was listening to this,
Square.
I was like,
Square.
I was like, did I hear round table? I'm like, are they talking about the Knights of the Round Table, or are they just stealing the like title for something? Because I mean, nothing here screams that to me. But I mean, again, Fate fan. I'm a
That's
fan of the
so
Round Table,
cool.
so
Yeah.
I'm
God,
just a
that's
big
beautiful.
fan of round tables in general.
So pretty.
No
Yeah,
corners.
Medieval
But,
fantasy. I want it.
Like
It's
this
fucking
game just
dope.
looks so dope because
That's
what in the
dope.
shadow of the Colossus?
Yes.
Yeah, it's something about it just reminds me of it's just like it's near basically like the original near, not just 2B near Automata or Automata. God, say that all-
I love the JoJo stand powers. That shit looks
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Yeah, the environment is really neat. looking. It's not like just a desolate desert town.
Damn, those dreads
all
be
the
moving.
characters are like this. So okay, this game versus the what was it, the Lost Soul or the Last Soul or something like that.
Lost
we were
Soul
looking at
Aside or something.
Yeah, Lost Soul Aside. Like this game and that game are very similar. They're like the same exact genre, but this has so much more design to it of the characters. Like they're so iconic looking, and like they're just overall silhouette, and like everything
Okay.
about it is so cool.
So I think I nailed it, or I think I kind of figured out what the difference between this game is and that first game with the dude in the black trench coat and the other game that I didn't really care about. The aesthetics of this game look like they all fit together. Like this looks like a cohesive world where it feels like the other games have like a bunch of cool things in them, but they don't quite mix together. Like it looks like a fever dream, like something I'd see in my dreams, where it's like nothing makes sense. It's just all amalgamation. Again, not saying it's necessarily bad, but I just feel like this game has an overall stronger art design to where like everything looks like a cohesive vision. So this is like way more interesting to me.
Well,
Everybody's wearing
And
armor.
you could say it has something to do with like the budgets or whatever, because I don't know what the budget is. I know that other it started out as like a smaller like group of people, so maybe that's it. But yeah, you definitely are like, that is it, right? Is this game has some serious art direction, and the other one, though, looks really good by like, I can't do that, but it looks great. There's games that definitely look worse, but like this is like a complete thought, basically.
Yeah.
Well,
and
the dialogue for Lost Soul Aside, it does say you're a dimension traveler is what like the point of the game is. So like, that's probably why none of the stuff fits together.
I guess,
I'm
but
definitely
like,
gonna buy this.
I don't mind if there's a bunch of different things. Yeah, seeing this trailer again and like knowing it's about the round table, it's like I'm totally like on board. Unfortunately, it says in development for PS5. We have
we'll
no
see
release
when
date,
it actually comes up.
No,
I mean, I'm
probably
gonna
gonna
buy
come-
it, and I'll
it's just
probably buy that other one
2026
too. So
is what the
Yeah,
part is.
it's probably gonna be 2026, unfortunately, but it looks cool. I like the main chick. She looks really cool. I'm a simp for giant dudes and giant armor is fucking awesome. So it looks cool. JoJo powers, another thumbs up. Like this probably, I agree with Edwin. This is probably the best part of the whole state of play. This fucking game.
it kind of has like almost like Platinum Games made it. It's like the
Yeah.
action sequences.
I'm excited for this because this just reminds me of Doom and like with a little bit of Metroid in it.
I was gonna say this is a very Doom like inspired game that's just super sci-fi.
I think I didn't really think about anything about this game. I think I was just like, sci-fi shooter, whatever. I was like, I don't know.
It's kind of
nothing about it grabbed me, I guess.
I like
This
I like the
does
visuals.
remind me of like a Love, Death, and Robots episode. So just because the way it looks and how crazy it is.
Oh yeah, I mean it's very I guess organized is like the thought that came to my mind first, but like everything's just so clean looking.
Yeah.
Whereas like the trailer we just saw, like it's not a sci-fi game, but it's just so much detail, like tiny little details on everything. And then this game is just very polished floor tiles and very sci-fi crate and barrel.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about Doom
Slip.
when I first saw this, but now that Edwin said that, I kind of agree. It does look like Doom, actually.
Yeah, it's just Doom, but like
Quake.
sci-fi Doom.
Quake.
Quake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast-paced
I don't know.
shooter. Metal Eden.
I mean, I don't know. I'll probably not going to buy it, but if you do pick it up, I'll probably watch you play it.
I'll say this: I'm more inclined to buy that than I would be to buy like half the other games I've seen. Because at least here, I'm just like, shoot stuff, I'm in.
Warp
So
tunnels.
it looks like fun.
Build a rocket boy.
Oh, this I'm not
I
super
like-
interested in.
Yeah, this I'm like, I listened to the story of this, and I'm like, this. I'd rather just watch this as a movie. Like as a game, I have no interest in playing this.
Yeah,
is
this
this
another
the-
movie game?
This is the Cyberpunk Grand Theft Auto game, and I think
Yeah.
that's like one of the creators of Grand Theft Auto working on.
Is it supposed
So-
to be Grand Theft Auto? I didn't get that from the fucking trailers at all.
No, I mean it's not supposed to be Grand Theft Auto, but like it's that play style.
Ugh.
Once you get to like, I think it's going to be like a big open world,
Ew.
a big open world like third-person action adventure game that's just set in a cyberpunk universe.
Is it, once again, it's like, is it cyberpunk? Because I mean, granted, I know Cyberpunk 2077 isn't the king of what cyberpunk is. It's just like I picture that way. This just looks like generic
This
sci-fi.
is like 20
whatever.
years before cyberpunk.
Actually,
Yeah,
this
this
looks
is the
more like
current-
Detroit.
2047.
Detroit kind of game. but it's just more actiony.
It does look
This
a
is
little
actually-
futuristic, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe it's more like this is what Watch Dogs' universe was supposed to be. Like this seems kind of cool, but again, I'm like this. They could have just called this Just Cause, and I would have believed them. know.
Just Cause 2099.
Yeah, I would just be like, oh, okay, it's a Just Cause game. But it seems neat.
Mind's eye.
Maybe if one of you guys
Again,
buys it
it's
for
like-
me.
This game was made for someone, not me.
I mean, so the benefit of a doubt thing that I give it like a potential comparison is like maybe it has a Spec Ops: The Line approach, and it's like one of those like the game wasn't like it didn't look anything different than any of the other military shooters, but when you play it, you're kind of like, oh fuck, man, that was crazy. Because Spec
maybe.
Ops, like it's just a military shooter game, but it's actually really dope. Like this is the kind of thing I
He just
Actually,
walked
that's
out
more
all
casual.
calmly. Yeah, it's like
it's like,
open
they just
fire.
blew up my windshield.
Give me a second. I gotta unbuckle my fucking seatbelt first.
Yeah, hold your horses.
Whoa!
I guess it's like a robot
What was
mentality.
it? What was it? Whoa there, Boy Scout.
Yeah.
or whatever.
watch
Whoa there,
it,
Boy
watch,
Scout.
watch it, Boy Scout. I'll take orders
Watch
from
it,
you.
Boy Scout. Like, thanks, Wolverine.
Easy, bub. Okay.
Boy Scout.
Oh, now I'm watching it again. Yeah, I can see the Grand Theft Auto thing. Okay.
For sure.
I mean, it
It
could
doesn't
be
look
cool.
terrible, but I don't know.
I'm not even saying it looks bad. I just don't. Nothing.
It
Again,
looks
nothing about it is
better
bad.
than
It definitely,
what's
looks more cohesive, but I mean, I just have no desire to play it.
what was the Ubisoft shooter game that was like, hey, we're a bunch of friends and there's 4 of us and New York is really sick.
The Division.
Yeah, there you go. We're a bunch of friends and New York is really sick. I'm glad we got Yeah, that could have some Division vibes to it, but I don't know if it's going to have like team deathmatch or how they want to handle co-op. Is any? Maybe there is, and I just totally missed it and can't read. But whatever.
I thought this was Death Stranding too, so bad.
Yeah,
but I was
I
wrong.
thought so, too.
I was like, and then I'm like, hey, that's not Daryl. That's not Daryl Dixon.
That's not Daryl.
I know Daryl. That's no
Listen,
Daryl.
Literally, I can't say anything because they're like, this is just a cinematic. This shows no
Yeah,
gameplay,
pre-rendered
nothing.
cutscenes, like whatever. I
Well,
don't
so
care.
the other thing I thought is when I saw this, I was like, oh shit, we're gonna get some like new Helldivers like game
Yeah,
mode
they're
or
gonna
something.
fix the shit that they ruined, and I was like, oh.
And then
Helldivers
like the thing
3.
comes out of the water, and I was like, oh man, crazy. And then they hit me with a different name. I was like, oh, this
What
was.
is it? I forgot what this one was called.
Helldivers 3.
Like, oh, wait, I
Solar
just skipped it the
Flare.
second time I saw it. That looks
So
cool
that-
though.
Yeah,
Cliff.
it's a
Like-
cinematic trailer. Of course, it's cool. I mean, I don't mind cinematic trailers for like just announcements, but it's just like nothing. Cinematic trailers do not make me want to buy your game because this is not the game. You're just showing me pretty stuff. That's it.
Yes,
Is this
keep
game
walking
going to
in the
play
water.
exactly like I think it does? That's the
That makes
that's the
so
real
much-
question.
There we go. Shit my pants.
over the
See,
shoulder, third
okay, see, this is
person,
my
souls
point.
like with guns. That's what it's
Aside-
going to be.
Aside from the color palette going on here, like this is what I'm talking about. Nothing on screen is like cohesive with each other. This guy, the main character, does not look like he's coming from the same universe. That this
Dude looks
fucking
like
monster in front of him.
Hindu god. He's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's
fighting.
Well, it's maybe.
I
I,
don't-
mean, that would kind of be a cool spin if it was just like a sci-fi Hindu like based like
Yeah,
hellscape.
it actually makes more sense.
Then tell me.
I'd be
Yeah.
a little bit
Tell
more
me it's
intrigued than.
What are you doing?
He's very upset. Yeah. And whatever that is, I'm like, oh, is that Return 2? Because then maybe I'm correct. But then the name pops up and it's Soros.
Yeah,
so
Soros. And the thing is, I think in the trailer we can't hear a lot of it right now, but he's clearly been killed like 100 million times trying to stop this thing. I'm like, great, you're doing the thing that Corey says that sucks about Souls games is like this, everything's probably gonna be like hard as shit and kills you a shit ton. And I'm like, that's not what's fun about this game. It's like,
I mean, I understand making death count, but it's like, all right, it's a roguelike.
Die and
Are
start
you really
all the way
hyping up
over.
a potential $70 game that's got $20 game competition all over the place? It looks
from
really good
30-year-old
in that
Dead
cinematic
Cell.
trailer, though. That's for sure. But I don't know if I want to sit here and beat my head into the ground with a Groundhog's Day mechanic.
Yes, you do.
What if it's just that one boss and you just got to keep fighting him until you overcome him, and then he just has really good AI that he. So it's just this like endless boss fight of you just kind of getting ass kicked like you're fighting
He invites you over
What's
to his
his
house
face?
for some
Abomination.
pancakes.
Yeah, he's like, "Get in here and get these flapjacks, boy."
I'm allergic to Jerry. My allergies like kill me. All right, round 2. I'm not allergic this time.
I'm not allergic this time. Yeah, I built up a resistance to it, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I learned."
What do you think of that?
I'm Dr. Doom. You can't go the same way twice.
Why you're going down, man?
I hope that's like, I hope it's a Hindu hellscape. That would be fucking. But we'll see.
We'll see
2026. We'll forget about it until they show it to us again.
We're gonna forget. What the fuck is this game again?
I'll admit that's probably one of the crappier things about this state of play is that like some of the cooler stuff, kind of like Tides of Annihilation, we don't even have a release date for, and it's probably more than likely going to be next year.
At least Onimusha is spoon feeding us the second game.
Well, fucking Way of the Sword right there, the good one, the cool new one, that's not coming till next year either, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Yep, thanks for watching. So we have reached the end of the state of play. I kind of said it already, but I mean, I thought it was a really good state of play, honestly. I mean, I don't religiously watch these, but at least I went in being like, oh, nothing's going to interest me, but I came out of it being like, no, now I actually have a couple things that I'm actually like looking forward to seeing, you know.
There's a lot of bangers in there. I mean, there's a lot of games where I was like, oh, you know, I'm probably going to buy half of this list. You know, that's like where I'm sitting at, but
and I mean, there are some duds in there. Well, I mean, not so much duds as like, you know, we already knew Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out. We already knew that the new Snake Eater was coming. You know, Snake Eater remake was coming out. Like we knew those things existed. Like that's not new.
We knew Sauron's coming out.
I just realized there was like they showed Monster Hunter Wilds, which comes out at the end of the month, but they didn't show Elden Ring Night Rain, which comes out in May.
Yeah,
I think it's because they just
the
did
beta
their own thing.
Yeah, you just played the game, so like they're like, we don't need to show it.
Yeah, I also played Monster Hunter Wilds as well.
And it's not, and not only that,
write
like,
him a
Monster
letter.
Hunter Wilds is like it's like fucking.
All right, can you click on the comments, please?
I don't think I can from here.
What do you think about that, chat?
Yeah,
It's the fifth button right there. From
hold on.
PlayStation
it's next to the. Don't click
Hold
the
on.
down thumb.
Hold on.
Leave him alone.
Arrow.
I don't use this app very often. Give me a second.
Oh, here we go. We're navigating. All right, first comment.
Play
has limits.
Play has limits. Sony wasted this
Sony
generation on a
wasted
bunch
this
of live
generation.
service game that no. But here's the thing: it's like
What?
There was live
Live
service.
service.
I understand if he's talking about Concord, but like, let's talk about the state of play,
Hey,
shall we?
there's
I
a
understand.
porn bot underneath that one.
Hey, yeah.
Hey!
It's bad when no one gives timestamps for the games.
Got me.
PSN outage last weekend was more exciting than this, and I'm just like, dude, why do you hate video
Is
games?
low and you'll never be disappointed.
Like literally nothing in there had
That's
anyone
a football
interested at all.
NFL players.
But he's
thing.
just mad that there was no,
No
Madden
NFL,
game being
yeah, no Madden game.
Hold on. I'm just trying to see how far we have to
Yeah.
go until we get to. I'm sure a lot of the negative comments are Bloodborne based, but I want.
But that's what I'm saying. Look,
until somebody
you know,
actually mentions it.
Wow, state of
keep your
disappointment.
expectations low. You never just disappointed. Don't worry, blah, 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 blah.
There it
Public
is.
domain
There it is.
Yep.
These people are
You
undercover.
didn't have to go that far.
They're
What is
not
that,
PS.
7 down. Hey, the
Is that
porn
the
bot's
same
back.
fucking account? They fucking come.
What
No,
are you
it's the
doing?
same
No, it's
fucking-
just the same
it's the
image.
same image. Still play it. Give us
Bloodborne again.
Thank you for nothing. Opens fridge closed. Like all of this is so negative. I'm like, God, why do you guys hate video games? Fuck me.
Okay,
These are the-
here's all the
yeah.
Bloodborne comments. Well, that's fine. I mean, the
Like I said,
Bloodborne
I
stans are gonna
sympathize.
Bloodborne stand.
I want the Bloodborne people to get their fucking game, but like just to dismiss this entire thing, like nothing in here was interesting to you because Bloodborne wasn't here. I'm sorry. Like I
Just
don't know what to
right in the
say.
hate train.
It's like, why do you hate games? Fuck, dude.
That is pretty rough, yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically the entire comment section is just that. Is people being like, oh, this is stupid and lame. And I'm just like, I went in there expecting nothing. I came out with fucking Digimon and fucking Split Fiction, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, fucking
Yeah, like
you know,
I'd actually
Tides of
buy, like,
Annihilation.
half of those games.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know this was happening until somebody texted me and was like, hey, did you watch? And I was like, what? And oh,
Porn bot.
and then like, yeah, the porn bot was texting me. He's like, no Bloodborne, can you believe it? And I was like, what are you talking about?
Zoom in.
I mean, me personally, I think it was cool. Like, I'm probably gonna grab Digimon. I'm probably gonna grab. I may or may not grab the Midnight Walk because just how cool it looks. Definitely gonna get Onimusha Way of the Sword. Definitely probably gonna get Tides of Annihilation. Everything else, I'm just kind of thumbs up. Cool, but nothing in here was super dud. I mean, obviously I'm getting Monster Hunter, but I mean that's without saying. That's like something I already knew about. So.
Oh yeah, no, it looked good.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
it's. Oh, you go.
I was just saying it definitely felt good to me. I constantly trying to just relive the good old times with some old retro games. Now I can finally be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should just put this on hold because I actually got some decent games here coming already. So it's not going to be looking at the past; I'll be looking at the future for some really good gaming. I think that's pretty cool.
I'm excited about like having some like newer games to look forward to. And pick up, especially like there's a few games too where it's like, oh, I got a couple extra bucks laying around that I know there's another game I could pick. Like if you budget it for like, oh, I can only get one game a month. Well, I had a couple extra. Like there's a few games in here that I would also just randomly pick up as well if I could. But instead of just going back through the old school library, it's like, oh, cool, I can finally throw some new games in there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said. I expected nothing. Corey was like, hey, look at this. I'm like, oh, this is going to be stupid. And I watched it. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And like I said, Don't get me wrong. I warn people, wish you had your game. And also, yes, we should point and laugh at Sony for making Concord. Like, Concord happened. It was stupid. But, like, can you let them try and be better? Like, isn't that the whole point? Redemption arc sort of thing? Every fucking company has its low points. The fucking, Nintendo came back from the fucking Wii U. Let Sony come back from Concord, please. Like give them a chance.
Yeah. The last thing that I'll say before we close out the video is that I don't care that Bloodborne isn't getting a remaster or anytime soon because I have been waiting for Legend of Dragoon way longer than anybody's. And that's also a Sony property, so kiss my ass.
Fair enough.
Well, I got three trivia questions. You guys ready?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Wait, we're doing trivia on what we just saw?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, it's going to be like the original games of
somewhat.
Somewhat.
Now in Mario.
No. Okay. In question number
What's
one.
Master Chief's real name?
Stop picking on me.
I would.
All right. Question number one. In Digimon World 3, who is the first boss you encounter? Is it A, Seadramon, B, Kuwagamon, C, Vidramon, or D, Tyrannomon?
I want to say Tyrannomon.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Seadramon seems
too.
more realistic. Tyrannomon might be too much for a first boss. I'll say Seadramon.
Answer was D, Tyrannomon.
Yeah, it was like it sounds like a Godzilla type of thing to me.
All
And
right.
I thought the exact same thing you did, but in inverse, because I was like, Seadramon seems kind of rough.
All right, question number two. In Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, who is the very first boss you encounter?
Ooh.
Is it A, the Pain, B, the Fury, C, Ocelot, or D, the End?
Ocelot?
I want to say Ocelot.
I'll go with E, Chinaman, who was cut from the game.
The answer was B. Was C, Ocelot.
Oh, it's like,
Is he just like,
I didn't even get
is he just like the bitch enemy that's always the first boss in game he's in or something?
well, so since this is a prequel, you interact with Ocelot when he's young and like just joined the military, and he's trying to do his stupid. He's not Revolver yet because he hasn't fought Naked Snake, and Naked Snake tells him basically you're using the wrong gun for the fighting style you want to use, and teaches him about the revolver and shit. And so like as you fight him, he's learning how to use the revolver. So he's kind of just a fuck up the entire game until you get to the end. But ultimately you trained him, and then when you fight him in Metal Gear Solid 1, that's just what you've created, I guess. And then he goes on to terrorize you for 3 fucking games.
Oh, good.
So in question number 3, in Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny, who is the first boss you encounter? Is it A, Gingham Fats, B, Gongondantes, C, Barabazu, or D, Naburu? This is so many fucking names in this. Holy shit.
I'm going to say B. I mean, I just fought him yesterday, but I can't remember. No exactly.
I'll go with the guy who played the game yesterday.
I'll go with C, just because.
Answer was A, Gingham Fats.
Okay, the guy with 4 legs and he's blue, and I was fighting him with an ice staff, and
What
I die a
advantage
lot
does
in
that
the
give
video.
you?
What? What, having 4 legs?
Yeah, having 4 legs. I mean, I guess
well,
if you're
it's weird 'cause he
centaur,
just-
like-
Kick you in both your shins at once.
No, here's the thing. He's not. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's got a lot of shins, so that's just a disadvantage. But he gets bigger as you fight him, and then he's kind of horseshit. If you're watching the long play, I do die like 4 or 5 times before I beat him, because of the horseshit. Because of the camera angles, like he jumps on me from off screen, so I don't know what move he's doing, and then he just lands on me, and I run out of heals. Well, first I forget I have heals, and then I realize I have them, then I'm out of them.
Then we all.
Either way, he's dead, and I moved on.
All right.
The game entirely.
No, I'll finish it.
All right, so, well, I guess we'll be wrapping up. Be sure to follow us on Spotify, Twitter, and YouTube channel to be notified of new episodes. Hit us up with them 5 stars, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. And for all you gamers out there, just remember to keep exploring, keep playing, keep listening. Until next time, it's the Mediocre Rumor Brothers Podcast signing off. Thanks for listening.
Hey, this is Corey, and thanks for checking out Mediocre Rumble Brothers. If you liked the video, please drop a like, and if you didn't, that's fine too. If you'd like us to talk about any specific games, drop a comment below, or feel free to discuss your experience with the games that we mentioned in the episode. You can also listen to our episodes prior to YouTube on our Spotify. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon.